For 3 restless nights, Luna, a young bobcat, lay trembling in the shadowed corner of her enclosure, her golden eyes wide with fear, piercing the heavy darkness around her. The sanctuary staff had exhausted every option: warm blankets, gentle lullabies, stuffed toys, even light sedatives, but nothing could ease the terror and pain etched in the gaze of this injured wild creature. Then, on a whim from a staff member, Kodiak, a husky with piercing silver blue eyes, was brought near the enclosure's bars. Only then did Luna's tense frame soften, her eyes slowly close, and she slipped into a deep, healing sleep for the first time since her rescue. That brutal Montana winter, with snow blanketing the hills over a meter deep and temperatures plunging below 20 C, tested the resilience of even the hardiest mountain species. It also forged an extraordinary bond that defied the boundaries of nature. 3 weeks earlier, Forest Ranger Tom Carver, with 25 years of experience, spotted a fresh trail of blood staining the untouched snow during a routine patrol. He knew such vivid tracks meant a gravely wounded animal, vulnerable to predators. Trusting his instincts, Tom followed the crimson path through thick pine forests and knee-deep drifts. The trail ended at the base of an ancient spruce, its bark cloaked in frost. There, curled in the icy snow, lay a young bobcat, her hind legs twisted unnaturally. Barely 6 months old, far too young to be without her mother, she bore the scars of a poacher's cruel trap, likely a steel jaw snare, which had left her with severe spinal damage. Too fragile, Tom thought, carefully nestling her in a blanket-lined crate in his truck. On the drive to the sanctuary, her faint, pained whimpers replaced the fierce growls of a healthy bobcat, her amber eyes reflecting a depth of suffering Tom had rarely seen. At the sanctuary, wildlife veterinarian Dr. Emily Voss sprang into action. The facility wasn't equipped for such critical cases, but there was no time to waste. As staff scrambled to set up a makeshift operating room, Emily's initial tests revealed blood loss, hypothermia, and signs of internal trauma. After a grueling 5-hour surgery, Luna, named for the glowing moon Emily glimpsed as Tom arrived, was alive, but faced a grim prognosis: permanent nerve damage to her spine and hind legs. A bobcat unable to hunt could never return to the wild. In her enclosure, Luna lay listless, refusing food, her eyes alternating between vacant stares and pained squints. Nightly, she struggled to stand, collapsing in agony as her cries echoed through the sanctuary, leaving staff heartsick. Euthanasia loomed as a potential mercy.
Then, wildlife photographer Claire Ramsey arrived with Kodiak, her white and gray husky, for a project on Montana's wolves. As Claire and Kodiak passed Luna's enclosure, the husky froze, ears alert, nose trained on the bobcat. Unlike most dogs, who might bark at a wild cat's scent, Kodiak stood calmly, as if sensing something profound. Claire let him approach, stopping a meter from the bars. Luna lifted her head, alert for the first time, her gaze curious rather than defensive. Kodiak edged closer, his movements gentle, and Luna, with effort, dragged herself forward using her front legs. Their noses nearly touched through the bars, and Emily saw a flicker of life in Luna's eyes, a spark of hope replacing fear. Claire began bringing Kodiak daily. At first, they simply sat near Luna's enclosure, offering quiet presence. Emily proposed a 2-week trial to test if Kodiak's effect was lasting. Slowly, Luna moved closer to the bars, ate when Kodiak was near, and her vital signs: heart rate, blood pressure, temperature stabilized. On the 5th night, as Claire prepared to leave, Luna let out a haunting, high-pitched wail, not of pain but of desperate longing. The sound shook the sanctuary. 300 meters away, Kodiak tugged at his leash, whining softly. When staff reported Luna's distress worsening, Emily made a bold call: bring Kodiak back to stay overnight beside Luna's enclosure, monitored by infrared cameras. As Kodiak settled near the bars, Luna quieted, inching close until their breaths mingled through the gaps. Within minutes, she fell into her first deep sleep since arriving. Emily's data showed Luna's cortisol levels plummeted 70% with Kodiak near. Specialized monitors confirmed Luna only reached REM sleep, vital for recovery when Kodiak was present. Without him, she remained restless or awake. Tests with Kodiak's scent or another husky failed. Only Kodiak himself worked this magic. Something inexplicable bound these two souls. Luna began mimicking Kodiak's movements, dragging herself with her strong front legs in a way that echoed his gait. She even copied his responses to Claire's commands, tilting her head or shifting position, astonishing for a wild feline. But concerns arose. Sanctuary Director Mark Hensley feared over-bonding could complicate Luna's future and set a risky precedent for wild animals. A 24-hour separation test was attempted, but after 12 hours, Luna's panic, refusing food, clawing the bars until her paws bled, forced its end. Kodiak, too, howled inconsolably. Emily halted the test, prioritizing Luna's health. Ultimately, Luna was deemed a unique case. Claire was granted permission to take her to a specially designed semi-wild habitat near the forest, safe for Luna, Kodiak, and the community. 5 years later, Luna had grown into a stunning adult bobcat, her spotted coat gleaming, her amber eyes bright. Though her hind legs remained weak, she moved with remarkable agility, using her front legs and core strength to explore, climb low branches, and navigate her territory. Each dawn, Luna and Kodiak shared a ritual, lounging on a flat rock to watch the sunrise in serene silence. Their bond evolved into mutual care. When thunderstorms rattled Kodiak, now aging, Luna stayed close, offering comfort. By the fourth winter, as Kodiak slowed, Luna adjusted her pace, never straying far. One warm autumn day, when Kodiak struggled in the heat, Luna gently nudged him to the shade of an oak, reversing their roles. That fifth winter, harsher than most, Kodiak, at 13, grew frail. Luna rarely left his side, sharing her warmth. On the longest night, Luna did the unthinkable. She pushed open the house door, entering for the first time, and lay beside Kodiak, resting her head on his shoulder. She stayed awake, watching over him. At dawn, Kodiak passed peacefully, Luna still by his side. For days, Luna lingered by Kodiak's old bed, but on the third day, she returned to their sunrise rock, gazing at the horizon with quiet resolve. That spring, Claire found an injured wolf pup, leg caught in a trap. As she placed the cub on a new bed, Luna approached, sniffed gently, and curled protectively around it. That night, Luna slept deeply for the first time since Kodiak's death, guarding the pup as Kodiak once guarded her. The cycle of healing continued, not through perfection, but through shared understanding, a quiet promise to walk beside another in pain, no matter the odds.